Well, I just wonder if you were in Terre Haute, Indiana, for Timothy McVeigh's execution.
No, I wasn't there for that.
All right. Well, I was just curious because if you were, I wanted to ask you how close you were to the VX gas. We have our nation's supply of VX gas here in Indiana, about 15 miles away from my home, and they're telling us all that it was supposed to be destroyed by 2012, but it's already gone. And just to get your take on it, and because I'm kind of freaked out about it.
Well, they do have nerve gas at centers all over the country. One of the places they use to get rid of it is Anniston, Alabama. And that is a smokestack you want to worry about. They burn VX gas and other forms of nerve gas around the country. Good to hear from you, Summer. Brian in Montreal, Canada. Brian, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. I'd just like to mention two things. The first is a news, you could say. Up here in Quebec, we have private clinics that are free, that are controlled and run by the government. They're called CLSCs. Well, I have the internal document that they received last month telling all of their healthcare workers that, yes, they will be forced to take the inoculation shot. They have to consider the public's risk over their own personal preferences. So this is happening up here in Quebec, too.
Yeah, it's global. I mean, this is all directed by the UN publicly under the World Health Organization. And here's the issue. And I already knew this, but to see them admit it on Fox News like it was a good thing, they said, oh, people really want it, but there's only limited supplies of 200,000 dosages going to Indiana and going to Texas and going to New York for nurses and medical workers and police. And it's a nasal spray of live flu virus. And yes, it can spread the flu. And yes, it can hurt you if you have an autoimmune problem. But that's okay. So they're literally going to spread the H1N1 with the live nasal shot, spray. And then everybody's going to panic when suddenly it's spreading. Just they do it in plain view because the public doesn't know what day it is. They don't know. It's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing to see all this going on.
If it's all right with you, Alex, I'd just also like to mention that on the site that I'm on most of the time, 12160, I have a chemtrail reporting page, and I have the 1975 Weather Modification Treaty between Canada and the U.S. up on it. So for any of the clowns out there that actually believe that they're responsible for polluting and that we should be paying a carbon tax, you might want to go and read that treaty and a few of the patents that I put up to see what they've been spraying over your head for the last
I hear you, years. And they now admit they've been doing it. It's now declassified. They're not even denying it now. The White House science czar publicly gives speeches about how they're chemtrailing you and how great it is. Now, let's just continue with phone calls as promised. Let's go ahead and talk to Catherine in Missouri. Catherine, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. This is Catherine Bleish from the documentary Camp FEMA.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I wanted to make sure you, knew how to pronounce my name. You said it wrong a couple times. It's Bleish, long I, like German.
Well, that's my specialty, ma'am.
Well, I wanted to let you know, I know you're pretty frustrated right now, and I know a lot of us are, but there are some things to be hopeful about, and I feel really blessed to be here in the state of Missouri right now because we have state reps who are waking up right before our eyes. And it's the most beautiful thing I've ever been a witness to. I've been to all 4 of the MIAC hearings, and we are headed in a very positive direction. I know that Bob Dixon, the chairman of the committee, was quoted saying, it's unlikely that we will abolish the Fusion Center, but one of the things they're considering is getting the federal government out of the Fusion Center and making it just a state-based thing, which I think Look, the fusion centers were set up by the feds. They were paid. They're federalizing everything. They're putting Army liaison in with the police. They're saying the veterans and gun owners are what Homeland Security's for, which is the truth. And it just needs to be abolished. I mean, this whole thing about, what, you want the terrorists to get us? The terrorists are the government. They're staging and provocateuring every single terror attack I've ever studied. But here's the good news. Our state reps are waking up to the fact that the federal government is the problem. So I'm happy and excited to report that. I also wanted to let you know that Camp FEMA will be having its world premiere, a public viewing, at the Midwest Liberty Fest, which is going to be in Des Moines, Illinois this weekend. It will actually air on Saturday. And what's really special about this event, the Midwest Liberty Fest, is that we are bringing together the anti-war movement, the Tea Party movement, the Ron Paulers, and for the first time, you are going to see an actual event where real grassroots movers and shakers, not just talking heads, but people who have found success in the things they do.
Good. Well, that's exciting. Ma'am, I appreciate your call. You do a good job in that documentary. By the way, you can get Camp FEMA discounted with Fall the Republic if you ordered it right now. We have introductory prices on that. And by the way, Hooge, I kept forgetting, we've got 4 new T-shirts now in on the shopping cart. I'm glad she reminded me about that. We've got 4 new T-shirts that are up on the site, different variants of the Join or Die or Don't Tread on Me. For people that don't like the big bright yellow shirts, we've got white shirts and black shirts with a whole bunch of cool designs. In fact, show folks on the shopping cart, we've got a new high-tech design we made of the Join or Die that has InfoWars on it. Yeah, there it is, the second shirt. Click on that second one there, the red snake for people. And so that's all available at Infowars.com, or you can simply call toll-free to get the Join or Die shirts, new shirts at Infowars.com, 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. And don't forget, you can pre-order Fall the Republic right now. The orders that come in now, the orders are shipped out in the order they're received. Get Fall the Republic, my newest and most powerful film ever, today, with all the other discounted books and videos that you can get with it at Infowars.com.